two different pictures I want to show you. The first one is here. Now, as you can see, there's people both in the water and there's some people standing on the shore. I highlighted and circled who people are saying is Nolan, the yellow arrow and yellow circle. And you can see people in the water, like looking out towards the shore, you know, like they're watching something, but then some are just acting completely normal. Now, here's this picture here, and as you can see, it's a closer up picture of who is supposed to be Nolan. I'm assuming it is. That's what people are saying. Now, you can see he's facing the direction of the camera, but people have their back turned towards them. It doesn't appear that in that moment he's in some type of heated argument. That's just my opinion and my speculation. Now, keep in mind, police have not even confirmed that this footage is even real, but it does appear to be authentic to me. But yeah, this video is now causing people to speculate that this alleged tense moment could somehow be connected to Nolan's disappearance. Authorities have also not said whether the people seen in that video were even connected to Nolan or not. I mean, I'd assume the people around him would somehow be connected to him, or at least know him since he was standing with them.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's get life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's get life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up.
All right, we're back. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, but thank you all for being here. This situation, y'all, is really hard to get away from. I think we're in a very pivotal time in existence, and things are weird, very weird. 250th year celebration, 4th of July. It's not that long ago, y'all. Keep that in mind. It's really not that long ago, and you got to think about certain values or ways of life that are taught. Some things are really all a person knows, and who knows how it really went with these people involved. Real talk. We're gonna focus today more so, or right now in this video, more so on the tense moment that everybody's talking about. I got a comment. I do tap into the comment. It won't be under that YouTube name, but you'll know it's me. Anyways, there was a comment that said if you listen to the audio on the boat, you could hear a person say something, and they said that somebody won't exist. I went and listened to a few videos. I didn't hear it. I heard the cursing, but I didn't hear the threat. I didn't hear it. I've even listened to videos with the sound cancellation or whatever, to where they just isolate the sound, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear that part. I'm not saying it wasn't said and whatever, but nevertheless, we're here. We are here. All too often, we're reminded of who's really in control. All too often. Real talk. For this situation to be going how it's going, it doesn't sit well with me. And in the front of my mind, not even the back of my mind, I feel like it would be a totally different scenario if the roles were reversed. Or just even imagine there was Horn Island. Imagine Hip Hop Island, and the little Slim Shady comes and something like, come on, man. I just feel like it'd be different the other way around. And I know it's a lot of people that can feel what I'm saying, but like I said before, nevertheless, we're here. Were those dudes true friends? Couldn't have been. If that vessel was taking on water, you would have known before you left the dock from wherever they started from. You would have known. Not once did I hear them speak of hitting something in the water or anything like that. But when y'all get out here, the boat's taking on water, allegedly. I don't buy it. I really don't buy it because, like I said, they didn't speak about, oh, well, when we run away, we hit a few rocks or we hit this. There was something that obstructed the ride or whatever. And, this is what happened. And we took on water. They just said they took on water. If you're in a boat and you hit something, you're going to know. You're going to know. So we're going to react to a clip where bro's speaking on that situation as far as a tense moment, and some people tapped in that were involved in that tense moment. So let's get to the content.
I want to get this video out real quick about 18-year-old Nolan Wells because too many people are feeling like it was 18-year-old Nolan Wells and or his friends that was involved in that arguing video that's going around that you can't even tell who was arguing. But now we can tell who was arguing because the people that were close to that argument have reached out and they have been speaking out. First, we have our sister right here, Ivy Elizabeth, who spoke out right here in the comment section. First, let me show y'all the picture of her showing that she was out there as people was asking for proof that she was out there. Now let's see what she has to say about it. She says, I'm actually on the boat that you paused on. The guy heard yelling is on our boat. He got in a fight and was pissed we wouldn't let him leave the boat. The video was taken at 4. The fight was already over. There were so many people and I was focused on the guy who started the fight with the guy on our boat making sure he'd leave. So I cannot confirm nor deny if it was Nolan that was there or not at that time. The fight itself did not, however, involve Nolan himself.
Now, there you have it. That someone that was there said the fight didn't involve Nolan. Do y'all think it was something behind who he was speaking to? You got to put these things together. This holiday in my eyes, or what people call a holiday, I don't feel like it's our holiday. I really don't, not whatsoever. 250 years ago, like I said in the last video, you got to think about where we were and how we were. 250 years ago, y'all. Make it make sense. And like I stated in the last video, Black Wall Street, Lake Lanier, and things like that. Think about it, y'all. It wasn't that long ago. I could honestly see some things happening behind Nolan talking to that girl. And what's so crazy is in situations like that, some people will handle the woman way worse than they would the other dude because they think she should know better. She might be a lover or whatever. Y'all get where I'm going with it. That girl better be careful. She better be careful. And she's speaking. Yeah, let's continue.
So therefore, that couldn't have been anybody yelling at Nolan. Now, as far as somebody say that somebody was fighting out there, I also know that there wasn't 18-year-old Nolan Wells that was out there fighting due to the fact that somebody reached out to me and let me know that they actually know the person that was involved in the fight. And they did confirm to me that it was not 18-year-old Nolan Wells that was involved in the fight. Truly, I feel like many of people are just reaching for something to try to find some type of conflict that occurred between 18-year-old Nolan Wells and his friends, in which in all reality, chances are they did not have a conflict. Chances are, if they did bump heads a little bit, it tends to be like friends bump heads. Something simple, something minor, something small, not something that would lead up to one of the friends taking the life of 18-year-old Nolan Wells.
I wonder if they were partaking in certain things that they shouldn't have been. And maybe it went too far. Maybe somebody took too much. Maybe somebody had a bad reaction. I wonder if it was something like that. And people just panicked. People do panic. I've seen that situation all too often. I want to show y'all a picture of me and my little friend group back in high school and stuff. And it was the same type situation. I went to a school where I was, let's see, from 7th grade to graduation, there was only 1 or 2 of me in each classroom. So it's like sometimes you ain't even got a choice but to have other type friends. But I've seen situations. I know what I know. I've endured what I've endured. Have I had my friend group turn their backs on me? No, not at all. And I'm not saying that this is what happened in this situation, but If my friend that I came with, partied with, and all of that isn't here or didn't go back with us, I might just be on social media like, man, if y'all know something, hit me up or anything. These people chose to go get lawyers. Now, if there was a physical interaction, I could guarantee you that minority at that island would have been on camera. It would have been maybe some usual suspect post or something like that, but I believe it would have been on camera. That's why I'm feeling like it was maybe isolated to that boat and that friend group.
I truly feel like if something harmful did happen to 18-year-old Nolan Wells, then it would have occurred after 18-year-old Nolan Wells separated from his friends. Another thing that does not make sense to me is, how come it has not been put out on a major level that one of 18-year-old Nolan Wells' friends claimed that at some point 18-year-old Nolan Wells came back to get his phone? I had to stop and ask ChatGPT, how did Nolan Wells' phone get back? And it says, based on what has been made public so far, Nolan Wells' phone was left on the boat that he took to Horn Island. His mother later said the phone had been returned to the family, but neither she nor law enforcement has publicly explained exactly who returned it or how it got back to them. And at the bottom down there, it says one of Nolan's friends also told reporters that he had left his phone on the boat as well and later got it back. Nolan's mother similarly stated that she was able to recover Nolan's phone, but there has been no official statement identifying the person who handed it over or describing the chain of custody. What made me curious is, when I went over the message that was said to be sent by Kate Hudson, one of the moms of the boys, when we went over that message yesterday, let me pull it up, there's no mention of a phone inside of this. There's no mention whatsoever of a phone inside of this. And I figured, like, dang, well, if I was going to say all of this information, wouldn't I have wanted to mention
Information, and it's time. It's time, and that's stuff that you can't wipe out. It may have to get subpoenaed or warranted or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But it's time. It's really time. I didn't hear Benjamin Crump say anything about anything like that, even though I still feel like bro said too much. But we're gonna end this right here. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you're tapping in from, how long you've been tapped in, or just let me know if you made it to this point. I'm out. Peace.